De'Aaron Fox is a San Antonio Spur. I'm going to break down why I believe it's a very good fit and how he's going to help this team moving forward. Leave your thoughts below. So one of the biggest issues with the Spurs right now is what on earth do they do when Victor Wembanyama is off the court? Per 100 possessions, he's a plus 14.9. Victor is, of course, a part of their 5 most played lineups, and 4 out of the 5 have a positive net rating. You look at the most played lineups without him, not so special. And most likely struggling. Getting a second guy, aka De'Aaron Fox, who can just carry the second unit, making sure the Spurs don't just plummet to the ground. Without Victor, instantly turns them into a playoff team. If they get the best version of Fox, he can be that guy. He was the catalyst for the Kings when they were the 3rd seed a couple years ago, so he knows how to run units when he's at his best. Personally, I'm very excited to see De'Aaron Fox in a new situation because this year, he just didn't look motivated. He didn't look like he was having a good time, especially as of late, and he kind of struggled fitting in. He was kind of like taking a back seat to Malik Monk and others because once he went out with injury, they started winning. Overall, it was a weird vibe, and I feel like he's going to be refreshed and having fun playing basketball again because he's at his preferred destination. I expect him to return to form, putting up production and efficiency like he did last season. Keep in mind, he's never played with a talent like Wemby, a stretch 5, a high volume stretch 5. So last season, he averaged 26.6 points, 5.6 assists while shooting 46.5% from the field and 36% from 3 on 7.8 threes per game. You're also getting one of the best pick and roll ball handlers in the league. The Spurs lack in that area. Chris Paul is in the 69.5 percentile. He's their most consistent option in that situation. I mean, just look at the percentiles of players on the Spurs. Over a 20% pick and roll frequency. Not good. Meanwhile, De'Aaron Fox the last 3 seasons, 84.9, 78.2, and then this season, 92 percentile. And I would like to mention Sabonis is one of the best screeners in the league, so he deserves recognition for playing a big part in that. But the pick and roll, and more importantly, the pick and pop game between De'Aaron Fox and Wemby should be lethal and a great foundation within an offense. And we know Victor Wembanyama loves to pop. He loves to drift to the perimeter and shoot 4-pointers, the most polarizing part of his game. But I actually feel like it really fits with De'Aaron Fox because the spots that Victor drifts away from are De'Aaron Fox's spots that he likes to work. He likes to get going and in a rhythm. 3 to 10 feet from the basket this season, De'Aaron Fox is shooting 53.9%. And then 10 to 16 feet, he's shooting 48.9% from that region as well. That's in the mid-range area, the painted area. So the pick and pop game of Wemby should work very well together. And I just see the impact that Chris Paul has had on Victor and the success they've had together. It's very hard to see a world where Fox and Wemby don't flourish together. I mean, Chris Paul and Wemby have been an elite duo. Over 1,000 minutes played. That's a large sample size, and they have a 116.4 offensive rating, 109.4 defensive rating, 7 net rating. And I honestly enjoy that they didn't give up Chris Paul because now you can have Wemby on the court with a point guard, a elite point guard, every minute he's out there. I mean, that's going to be game-changing in itself. And if you go back to the time that the Kings were the 3rd seed and they made the NBA playoffs, one of the biggest reasons they were so successful that year is De'Aaron Fox in the 4th quarter turned into the Terminator. 4th quarter Fox was a real thing. He won Clutch Player of the Year. I mean, he just took over so many times. It felt like every other game. And the Spurs currently 9-11 in clutch games. So getting a player who can take you home is going to be huge, especially for a young team like them. Not only that, but you got him for a very fair price. Stephon Castle still on the team, Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sohan. They only gave up one of their future first-round picks in 2027. I mean, this is a great deal for San Antonio. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments section.